Hi, this is Rose, and this is the Sovereign Soul podcast. I support awakening souls live beyond their ego and limitations so that they may know true freedom. And I love what I do. I love it because who wouldn't want to help people to be happier inside of themselves or to understand themselves so that they can have more fulfilling relationships and have, I don't know, I suppose just a better life outside completely. Like it brings more peace and joy into your existence. But my work comes with a but. This planet has got about 8 billion folks on it. And the program of the general population of Earth is not one for personal responsibility. It's very much learning to look for all the things you think you need outside of you. So people are constantly looking for their healing, actually, or their medicine, for lack of a better word, outside of themselves. They are looking for God outside. They are looking for love outside. They are, I don't know, looking for their own redemption and their own saving outside, not inside. And honestly, my work cannot work unless somebody is willing to take personal responsibility for themselves and start looking inside. Now, this is a concept that really eludes people. I have been an energy healer for 10 years, and I cannot tell you how many people want me to do the work for them. And I'm like an energetic plumber, really. I mean, that's just putting it in its basic terms because it's the most real metaphor that I can give for what I do. So basically, your pipes are blocked, your energy system is blocked. Maybe you're ill, maybe you're very unhappy and depressed, or whatever and however that manifests. And then I come along and I unblock those things for you. Not everything all at once, because yes, that blocking does take time. Sometimes you can do it all in one. Depends on the person. Now, you see, this is where the golden gem of personal responsibility comes in. But anyway, so yes, I unblock that. But if a person doesn't want to take responsibility for themselves, they will just reblock those pipes. They will re-energize their story, their drama, because it's what they know, and they're not wanting to do the actual work to let go of the person that they actually don't want to be anymore to become the person they really want to be. Now, that's the only way to get change in this world for everybody. Like, I can't dumb it down anymore. If you're not willing to do the work to change yourself, you're not going to change. There is fuck all coming from outside that's going to come and save you and going to make you the better person, or something that's going to come and take your sin away. Like, I can't stand that. That is just totally bypassing personal responsibility. And you really lose the ability then to know yourself, to remember who you are. You don't get it. You just stay dumbed down. You stay fast asleep. Personal responsibility is the beginning of personal sovereignty. It means you're going to lose the victim and you're going to become the driver of your life. And that is a process. It's a lifelong fucking journey. It isn't just like one energy healing session and you're done. And the process definitely doesn't work just by coming for one energy healing session. That's like putting a plaster on something, and then on a dirty wound, and then it just gets dirty and passing up, and you never actually open it up and clean it out nicely so that it can heal. So real, true, lasting, or meaningful change in yourself comes from your wanting to change and your willingness to take responsibility for yourself and put in the actions required. action is always seen as something outside of you. You go move and do and shake. But it's not always something outside. It's not like washing the dishes or waking up, meditating every day, although that is one seriously good action to take. It's also about the action that you got to take inside yourself. How are you talking to yourself? Are you aware of how you talk to yourself? What are you feeling and how do you respond to those feelings? Are you completely and entirely attached to your thoughts and your emotions? How do you respond to other people? Do you get totally triggered by them and then feel justified because you think they're an arsehole? So you've just judged they're the arsehole, but you're fucking furious and then blaming it on them when it's your emotion. So how self-aware are you? And are you willing to do that work to really grow in that self-awareness and the personal responsibility to change your reactions and your responses to become the person you want to be? So that, first and foremost, is the most important part. Then, energy healing is mind-blowing. I discovered this like 20 years ago, and it really, 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 really changed my life. So much so that when I eventually had the value and belief in myself that I could do something like this, which was 10 years later, I didn't get energy healing all the time, just by the way, in those 10 years leading up to me doing my own energy healing. But essentially, I could see the difference in myself and my kid when I could afford to do it, because it was very much, for me, always on a lack that I never got the energy healing. But I couldn't have gotten to where I am today without energy healing. So then when I learned how to do it, and I became an energy healer, I then was practicing on myself daily. And within less than a year of daily meditation and daily energy healing on myself, I experienced a spiritual awakening. I was very prepared to do the work. I was very disciplined in all sorts of ways. But it wasn't until I had the awakening where it was like, that expression of the heaven opened up, and I was like, it's like, oh my God, I see it. I see my shit. I see my ego. And then that has been a process for these next 10 years. And obviously you grow and you develop. Like I say, it's a journey. But I was willing to do the work. I was willing to do the releasing, the changing of the patterns, the changing of the belief systems in order to get results from that energy healing. So that is definitely another very, very, it's a tool high on my list. So you need intention to change, you need a tool to change, and obviously energy healing is not the only tool, it is one tool. And then you need to be willing to understand yourself deeper. So I believe that mentoring is another tool. Some people will prefer coaching, others will prefer therapy of sorts. I don't know. For me, I like mentoring because you got to meet everybody where they're at, and you can only but guide. You can only but keep reminding. So it's not a program where you go, hey, we start here and we're going to end there. It's a process of unveiling yourself to yourself depending on where you are. So that, to me, you got to do it. You can't just have the energy healing without it, because first of all, it's just then you kind of trying to find your way in the dark, unless you are incredibly self-aware and you have all the tools and understanding of how to deal with yourself, because there's more tools that come about on learning how to cultivate emotional intelligence and vulnerability and honesty with yourself and awareness, etc. And then a person has to be willing to take those actions of the tools that have been spoken of the awareness that's growing, and then you take those tools and you run with them. That is really an incredible recipe for change. But you got to be hungry for it in the first place. And people need to understand how fucking important that personal responsibility is. Somebody else can't do the work for you. They can help you. They can come and clean your pipes for you. They can tell you fucking all the truth in the world. But if you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to see it, you don't actually want to change it, and you're not going to change it. You're just going to put the same shit in your pipes and they're going to get blocked again. Anyway, I just wanted to express that because I think that it's important for people to know this. Like, you got to be fucking, I say, hungry for change and committed to that. And in this world, it's quite a rare thing. People are very lukewarm. And for this, you got to be on fire, yo. And I'll tell you what, when two people meet in that, like when you got an energy healer who can meet your intention when you are on fire, and that energy healer's on fire to help you, fucking hell, fireworks, dude. That's how you really get massive change. Okay, that's all for now.